quite know what's going to come out of the mouth. Kind of like being a teacher, I'm always nervous until I actually start. As long as I've been a teacher on the first day of school, I always still go through the like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this? Wait, I don't know what to do. Even though I've done it 19 times, for some reason I still not myself. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Next year I'm rolling up in my class. So I'll have a little bit of a head start. They're like, don't start. I already know your problem. I already know your issues. Better coworkers. The person I talked to was Gary because he's outside in the white shirt. White shirt, yeah. When did that tradition start? That's an interesting tradition. I've never quite seen that one before. Every center has their own little traditions. Like, it used to be like 40 people on a Sunday, but now they're down to about 20. Their new minister talks a lot, but he doesn't say very much. So talks are a little, they're very fluffy.
Good? I think so. So, with the food,
I'm in charge. I'm in charge. I have 3 times. Okay. Okay. I got it.
Just good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today after this wonderful holiday? We're going to go ahead and get started. If you can find your seats and let's settle in. My name is Diego Mondragon. I'm the music director, sound healer, and today I was part of the setup crew as well. So it worked out. It was good. So, welcome everybody. Please find your seats. We're so grateful you're here with us today. Whether this is your first time visiting or you've been part of our spiritual family for years, know that your presence is a gift, and we're honored to share this time together. Now let's take a moment to arrive fully in space. If you'd like, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a slow, deep breath and gently let it out. Allow yourself to release any tension, any worries, or anything that may have been weighing on your heart this week. Take another deep breath. Breathe in peace and breathe out anything you no longer need to carry. Just release it. As the music begins, simply allow yourself to be present. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere else you need to be. Just breathe, receive, and be present. And now let's enjoy our centering song.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, it's all.
Yes. We all say yes. As As we gather together on this sunny Sunday, let us feel free to accept the gift of wholeness that Spirit offers us. Let us breathe deeply and with gratitude as we come together to share in our awareness of Spirit within us and around us and through us. For I know that divine presence is always near. It is that source of love, peace, harmony, and joy, which wants to be expressed and experienced. It is infinite intelligence which wants to inform and clarify. It is source energy for action and healing. And it is the ground of all being which gives us peace and understanding and forms the basis for natural law. It is in, as, and through each one of us and all creatures here below. I bless our time together and all who support our spiritual community, our minister and musicians, our practitioners and teachers, our technical and kitchen staff, our ambassadors and setup crew, all of whom share in this awesome responsibility to keep us going with an outpouring of Spirit. I call it good and very good, and I simply allow it to be, as together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Anne. Beautiful invocation. And as our practitioner of service today, Michelle DeGarris is in the back. She led us in a beautiful meditation this morning, so thank you for that, Michelle. I'd like to welcome everyone to our service today. My name is Gary Crutchley. I'm a practitioner here. I'd like to welcome you if you're new, and if you're not, and if you're returning, fine, I'd like to welcome you also. We're a very welcoming center, peaceful, loving, we're all inclusive. Our teaching is based on the writings of Dr. Ernest Holmes, who was born in the 1890s, who died in 1962, and who wrote our textbook, which is Science of Mind, in the 1920s. I passed my practitioner test last year, and those questions were on the test. So now you know, I did pass. We welcome all of you that are coming. As I said, we're an open, inclusive group. Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote his Science of Mind book, and he gathered knowledge from all the people that he believed in and were the teachers at the time and prior to him. He believed in Emerson, Dr. Toward, Emma Hopkins Curtis, all their teachings. He gathered all their information together and wrote his Science of Mind. And it's a little dated now, but if you decide to read it, please do. It's very, very good. It's a beautiful way to live your life. I'm a little bit older than some of you here, and I've come to the realization that there is nothing better than the teachings of Dr. Ernest Holmes as a way to live your life. It's full of love and peace and openness, so I invite you to join us on that. I'm going to invite Ann Kirsch-Gessner now up to do our spiritual reading.
And this reading comes from the Science of Mind textbook, page 364, on the indivisible whole. Our conscious intelligence is as much of life as we understand. We have stopped looking for the Spirit because we have found it. It is what you are, and it is what I am. We could not be anything else if we tried. The thing that we look with is the thing we have been looking for. That is why it is within. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Psalms 82, verse 6. We have stopped looking for the law. We have found it. In the universe, we call it universal subjectivity or soul. In our own experience, we call it the subjective state of our thought, which is our individual use of universal law. We have found the law and demonstrated it. We find that both the law and the Spirit are limitless. What is it we need for greater freedom? Nothing but a greater realization of what we already know. We should never hesitate to say that we know the truth, because we do, for the realization of the unity of God and man is the truth. We simply need a greater realization of this. How are we to get it? Only by penetrating deeper and yet deeper into our own divine nature, pushing further and further back into the infinite. Where are we to do this? There is no place except within that we can do it. Who is to do it for us? No one. No one can. Others can treat us. They can set the law in motion for us and help us to become prosperous. This is both good and helpful. But the evolution of the individual, the unfoldment of personality, the enlightenment of the soul, the illumination of the spirit, can come only to the degree that the individual himself purposes to let life operate through him. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. For he was a man who knew himself and his direct relationship to the whole. He believed in God, in himself, as power and reality. Believing in God within, he was compelled to believe in himself. This is the mind of God, the only mind, the supreme intelligence of the universe. Philippians 2, verse 5. The answer to every question is within man, because man is within spirit, and spirit is the indivisible whole. The solution to every problem is within man. The healing of all disease is within man. The forgiveness of all sin is within man. The raising of the dead is within man. Heaven is within man. This is why Jesus prayed to the indwelling I am and said, Our Father which art in heaven. And again he said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Each of us then represents the whole. How should we feel toward the whole? In the old order, we thought of the whole as sort of a mandatory power, an autocratic government, an arbitrary God, sending some to heaven and some to hell, and all for his glory. Now we are more enlightened, and we realize that there could be no such divine being. We have meditated upon the vastness of the universe as law, and we have said, God is law. There is a divine principle, which is God. In the new order of thought, we are likely to fall into as great an error as in the old thought, unless we go much deeper than thinking of God as merely principle. God is more than law or principle. God is the infinite spirit, the limitless conscious life of the universe, the one infinite person within whom all people live, the one indivisible whole. Holy, 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 inner presence great and mighty, inner light that shines divinely, inner life that lives completely, inner joy that smiles serenely, inner peace that flows so deeply, inner calm, untroubled, happy, inner love that gives so freely, inner truth that never fails me, inner power that holds securely, inner eye that sees so clearly, inner ear that hears him always, inner voice that speaks supremely, inner good that binds me, to thee, holy, 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 Lord God within me.
That was beautiful, Anne. Thank you. Now, if you listen to Anne, you realize that maybe you got 1/10 of that. As I said, we are a teaching philosophy. We have classes that help explain what she just said if you didn't get the whole thing. And it really does make your life richer by attending classes and going through that. So I just wanted to throw that in. If you know me very well, you know I'm not good with scripts. So I've already deviated from the scripts, and I forgot to invite our birthday king up. It is the first weekend in July, Reverend. Michael Summers.
Yeah, you got to crown me, don't you? Okay, yesterday was a special birthday, wasn't it? July the 4th, 250 years young. I don't think we have anybody in here older than that, though, do we? I think we're all younger than that. Anyway, what we're going to do is celebrate the July birthdays. So if you were born in the month of July, I need you to rise up. Don't be bashful. Hey, yes. Yes. All right. Okay, this is special. So, you know what we do now? We sing you happy birthday. That's what you deserve. So, are we ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, July babies. Happy birthday to you. And many more. All right, so that was it. So we'll see you next month for the August babies. Okay, you can
Crown you.
uncrown me. Thank you so much. That was fun. I love it. Thank you for participating.
Is Diego in the house? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So I guess it's up to me to introduce our musical guest. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not in the script. We're proud to have artist James Higgins back. He was with us maybe a month ago. Beautiful voice, beautiful man. James, come up and do your job.
Good morning. When God is all there is, you'll find peace within your heart. When God is all there is, you'll find peace within your heart. Surrender all your doubt and your fears. Just let your mind be still. Fill your heart with grace and God's tender warm embrace. That's my prayer today, and so it is. When God is all there is, you'll find joy within your heart. When God is all that there is, you'll find joy within your heart. Surrender all of your doubt and your fears. Just let your mind be still. Fill your heart with grace and God's tender warm embrace. That's my prayer today. And so it is. When God is all that there is, you'll find love within your heart. Oh, when God is all that there is, you'll find love within your heart. Surrender all of your doubt and your fears. Ooh, just let your mind be still. Just fill your heart with grace and God's tender warm embrace. I release this prayer today, and so it is. When God is all there is, you'll find peace and love and joy within your heart. When God is all there is, you'll find peace and love and joy within your heart. When God is all there is. When God is all there is. When God is all there is.
James Higgins, that really was beautiful. We are so blessed. And thank you, Ryman, for the accompaniment. Really, truly beautiful. That was his song, When God Is All There Is. Beautiful. We have another song later from James. I'd now like to introduce our speaker today. He's our associate minister, Neil Hayner. We've heard him speak before. Beautiful song, beautiful talks he gives. So I'm sure we're all looking forward to this. Neil.
Oh, wow. I don't know about you, but I think I could listen to that song all day. It's always in trouble when you're the speaker somewhere and you're like, okay, how do I follow that? That was hard to follow. That was awesome. How are we doing this morning? Happy 4th of July. So I had an issue this morning. Where are my friends that wear glasses? Okay, so I woke up this morning and I reach over to my little nightstand where I always leave my glasses while I'm sleeping, and they're not there. Has that ever happened to you? Okay, so I look everywhere. They're not anywhere. I thought maybe I knock them on the ground sometimes. So I'm looking, I cannot find. 20 minutes, I'm looking around, I'm looking on the floor. I'm like, okay, did I leave them somewhere else in my house? So I'm walking around my house, cannot find my glasses. Which raises the eternal question, how do you find glasses when you don't have your glasses? And finally, I look over, and they are sitting on my bed right next to where I was laying. Right? Anybody else? So how is that like life? Sometimes you can't see the thing that's right in front of you. So you need to go to somebody who's wearing glasses. In our spiritual tradition, that's called a practitioner. They're the ones that are wearing their glasses that can help you find your glasses. Right? When you can't see the truth, they can see it for you. So I thought that was a good metaphor starting off my day this morning. That has never happened to me before. That was fun. So I don't know if it's been down here, but up where I live, we're still getting a lot of that June gloom, right? It's been a lovely year for June gloom. And there's always a little bit of debate in my house about whether June gloom is a good thing or a bad thing. But I tend to like it because I used to live in Las Vegas, and when you wake up in Las Vegas, it's already 95 degrees, right, in the summer. So one of the things I love about California is that at least it cools off in the morning, right? You have that June gloom. And what my thought was this morning was thinking about that June gloom and my title, which is, I don't even know if it's up here. Nope. Well, I'll let the guys forward that for me. Is partly cloudy, wholly divine. Because like June gloom, sometimes we have cloudy moments in our life, right? Sometimes we wake up with that gloom inside of us. We have fear, there's doubt, there's some story going on, there's some condition in our life. And when that often happens, we make a mistake. We look at the cloud cover and decide that the sun is gone. We look at that fear and decide that our faith is gone. We look at the grief and decide that joy is gone. But a cloudy moment in our consciousness does not mean the divine has left us. What we know is that the sun is still there behind the clouds. And in our spiritual tradition, it's often the case that we are called to see two things at once. We see the condition, but we know the truth. We see the clouds, but we know that the sun is still there. So as we celebrate freedom this weekend, we'll also get to talk about that internal freedom, which is freedom from conditions, freedom from fear, freedom from the stories that have left us up to this moment. One of my favorite Ernest Holmes quotes that I'm often fond of saying is from the Science of Mind textbook, and it says, "We are so free that we can put ourselves in bondage." It's one of my favorite quotes because I think it explains a lot of things in our life, in our country, and in our world. We are so free that we can choose to put ourselves in bondage. That's how free we are. And one of the ways that we put ourselves in bondage is when we don't accept all the parts of ourselves. We call this part of ourselves good and spiritual, and we call that side, the human side that I'm working on, that I try not to think about, that I'm working on. But what I want to talk about is what it means to be whole, not because every part of us is feeling perfect or peaceful, but because every part of us is held in God. We might be partly cloudy, but we are wholly divine. Another inspiration for this talk was a podcast I was hearing from a Buddhist teacher, and he was talking about the importance of being able to hold two things in your mind at one time. That two things can be true at the same time. That's the heart of this idea. That two things can be true. That's why we are metaphysicians. Not just the physical, but also the metaphysical. That which is behind the physical or alongside it. You see, we get in trouble sometimes with our either-or thinking. We get in this place where it's either we are whole, perfect, and complete, or we're not, and we're healing. Or we say, I am whole, perfect, and complete, but I'm going through this thing. We get this place where it's either or thinking. But the true spiritual practice is not either or, it's both and. Not either or, but both and. Metaphysics is not about denying our human experience. It's about remembering that the human experiences are not the whole of reality. The sun is still behind the clouds, even when you can't see it. The glasses are there, even when you can't find them. There's two different levels to life. There's that relative level of life where things happen, where bodies hurt, relationships change, bills arrive, people disappoint us, we get our buttons pushed. And then there's the absolute level of truth, where our life remains whole, complete, infinite, and present, and undivided. That is the undivided divinity. Both of those levels matter. If we deny the relative part of life, we come out as cold and spiritually fake. Oh, it's all good. It's all perfect. As your house is burning down around you. But if we focus too much on the absolute, then we lose that humanity and our compassion. I get this all the time in classes. We take a class and we say, how can you say I'm whole, complete, and perfect? Because that's the truth that we're declaring. How can you say I'm whole, complete, and perfect when I'm sitting here with a broken leg? Because the truth is, we're not talking about the broken leg. We're talking about those are the clouds. What we're talking about is the sun behind the clouds. You are not that condition. You are whole, complete, and perfect. Two things can be true at the same time. Physically, you might have challenges. But spiritually, I know with absolute confidence that you are whole, complete, and perfect. Think about a quarter. A quarter has two sides. Let's see if I have my picture of my quarter up here. Two sides, but one whole. A quarter has heads and tails, and they look different, but they're not two separate coins. That is how we understand our spiritual life. One side of the coin is that absolute truth. I am rooted in God, made of spirit, and whole at the level of my true being. The other side is the human experience. I get scared, I'm tired, I grieve, I forget, I'm still learning. The mistake is thinking that one side cancels out the other. It's not an either or. It is a both and. That is the whole truth, includes both sides, because there's only one. Ernest Holmes wrote, our word does not restore wholeness, it reveals it. When we pray, when we meditate, when we do those spiritual practices, we look at the whole coin and we stop focusing on one part of it. Our spiritual practice clears the fogs, it opens the window, it helps us find the glasses that we can't see. Just like the quarter, we have many sides to us. One part might say, go for it. And another part's like, oh, don't risk that. Has that ever happened to you? One side of your brain says, trust God. And the other part says, remember what happened last time? One part of you wants to be brave, and another one wants to hide. That does not mean that we are broken. It means that we are human. It means that there is an inner family, an inner committee, or maybe an inner board meeting going on. It means the goal is not to become flat, a one-note person with no inner conflict. The goal is to let the deeper self, the spirit, lead. One of my favorite shows on TV is The Big Bang Theory. Anybody know The Big Bang Theory? So one of my favorite episodes is where the main character, whose name is Sheldon, has this meeting with his council of Sheldons. And he's having a dream, right? And so there's the germaphobe Sheldon, and the scientist Sheldon, and the Star Trek Sheldon, and they're deciding whether this new Sheldon's going to be able to join the Council of Sheldons. And the new Sheldon is the laid-back Sheldon, right? And they have this debate about whether this new side of him should be allowed to join in, right? I think we all have that, because I think that we all have that committee that shows up anytime we do something outside of our comfort zone. And immediately that inner committee shows up with clipboards and concerns and their opinions, right? Our inner perfectionist says, only if we guarantee that it will be perfect and no one will judge us. And our inner people pleaser says, will everyone still like me if I do this? Our inner critic says, let me list all the reasons that this could go badly. Sometimes that inner committee even has the sound of our parents' voices, yes? But if we want to come to that place of wholeness, we have to decide who's going to chair that committee. And we want to not exclude anybody from the inside of us. We don't want to exclude any part of ourselves, but we get to decide who drives. One of my favorite quotes is, fear can come along for the ride, but it can't drive. We have those moments in our lives where doubt, where conflict might come along for the ride, but we get to decide who drives. Now, we know that fear sits in the passenger seat fiddling with the radio, saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? It definitely has opinions. But our spiritual work is to say, thank you, fear. Thank you, doubt. Thank you, pain. Thank you, struggle. Thank you for, I know you're trying to help, but love is driving today. That's what it means to become a part. We accept that part of us. We know that it is real. We don't deny it, but we get to decide who's driving today. Thich Nhat Hanh talks about a spiritual practice when you notice that you have that fear or doubt showing up, that you say, hello, fear. I know that you are trying to protect me, but I choose love today. Hello, doubt. I see you, but I'm choosing love today. We get to decide who is running that committee. We get to decide who is in charge. Ernest Holmes called that our volition. See, there's this different idea that the parts of us are trying to protect us. They're there for a reason. But we don't shun them, and we don't shame them, and we don't try to get rid of them. We acknowledge that they're there, and then we decide who leads. The angry part belongs. We just don't let it burn the house down. The fear belongs, but we don't let it make our decisions. Spirit leads, love leads, wholeness leads. That's inner freedom. It's not the absence of fear, it's deciding that fear is no longer in charge. Our CSL principle says that freedom is the birthright of every individual. What if we accept all those parts of us? We let them have their say. We can be fearful and let love lead. We can have doubt and let our faith lead. Both of those things can be true. What if our growth begins when we say, I see you, I hear you, but I'm letting something else lead today? How many of you have ever heard the story of the two wolves? So a grandfather tells a child that there are two wolves inside of us. One that carries fear, anger, resentment, shame, despair, and another that carries love, peace, kindness, courage, and faith. And the child asks, who wins? And the grandfather says, the one that you feed. We have both of those sides of a coin within us. But which part do we feed? Which part do we encourage? It's not that we starve the other wolf and shame it and try to fix it. We just pay attention to what part of that, what part of ourselves are we feeling? What part of that are we feeding? We can accept all the parts of ourselves and accept that they serve a purpose. They're there for a reason, but we decide who leads. Sometimes in New Thought, we have that idea, right? Change your thinking, change your life. And then when we're hurting or we have some challenge in our life, we say, oh, I must have done this because I was thinking wrong. Right? That's not freedom. That's not wholeness. That's not love. We don't deny our humanity. It's our humanity that helps bring us to that greater realization. Our spiritual bypass is when we ignore those parts of our lives and we say, oh, it's all good. I'm not afraid. But true spiritual maturity is recognizing that fear is present, but it's also God is there too. Our spiritual bypass might say that, I'm in grief right now. But our spiritual maturity says, and God is there too. If God is all there is no part of us, part of me, that is not worthy of being accepted and being heard. It is all whole, complete, and perfect. We can be partly cloudy and still be wholly divine. It is a both and. And yes, God is there too. So here's our spiritual practice. We say, this is what I feel, and this is what I know. Here's what it sounds like. This is what I feel. I feel afraid, but what I know is fear is not the whole of me. This is what I know. I am wholly divine. I can feel pain, but know that God is right where I am. It also keeps us from putting all of our energy into that condition. Here's what I feel, but this is what I know. And we say thank you to all those parts of us that are showing up to try to help us, to try to protect us. So when June gloom rolls into your consciousness, don't panic. The cloud might be asking for compassion. It's asking for you to remember that the sun is still there. So the question is not, which part of me do I reject? The question is, which truth do I feed? Which truth am I feeding today? When our inner weather looks cloudy, remember this. The light has not left. The cloud cover is passing through. Wholeness is still shining underneath it all. And when you go to a practitioner or you're doing prayer and you're saying, I am whole, complete, and perfect, it may not feel like it right away. But it's part of that spiritual practice to recognize that there is always light. There is always love. And no matter what is going on, we can let love lead. We can let spirit be the chairman of that meeting. We can let our wholeness be revealed. So let us affirm together, I may feel partly cloudy, but I am wholly divine. I can be healing and whole. I can be faithful and still a little bit afraid. I can be human and divine. But I let spirit lead and love lead and wholeness lead. And that's what it means to be partly cloudy, but wholly divine. And so it is.
I told you he knew what he was doing. Very good. Thank you, Reverend Neil. Now we have James Higgins with his second song, and this song is titled Seeing You for the Very First Time. Please welcome James Higgins.
Was that your smile? Oh, was it sunlight through the trees? Was that your sigh? Or just a gentle breeze? Was that your voice? Or was it waves upon the seas? Is this a dream? Or can it be that I'm seeing for the very first time the rustling leaves that bring your laughter all around, the dancing wind, feet barely touching down? Oh, was that a sound, or was it nature's melody? Is this a dream, or can it be that I'm seeing for the very first time? Yes, time is on our side, and the seed planting in love will grow. We're each a part of everything and everyone. Was that my heart? Oh, was it thunder with this rain? Was that a spark? Did you touch me once again? Are those Mars? Or am I looking back at you? Is this a miracle? Can it be true that it's possible to make one heart of two? It's not a dream. I do believe that I'm seeing for the very first, seeing for the very first, seeing for the very first time. The very first time, seeing for the very first time.
Thank you, James. Now, is there a way for us to get to your music?
Yeah, you can James Higgins promo on YouTube and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and you can always just watch all the videos. And the next time I come out, we'll bring some stuff, and you can purchase this.
We really do appreciate you coming. Now it's time for our offering. I'd like to invite our ambassadors up, Jules and Mary. Why is everybody saying Mary? Oops, let's see. Oh, okay. I happen to be the treasurer for the board of directors for the center here, so I personally know, oh, thanks, that was all the other directors clapping, how important it is to give to the center. If you've noticed, there have been a few changes lately. We're trying to upgrade things and make it more pleasurable for everyone here in the sanctuary. We've changed the team. Today we're having a few issues because we have a few absences, but we are striving to make changes, and with change comes cost. So I'd like to just put it out there to you, if you could, in your giving, just give a little bit more, then it'll really help out. We do a lot of things. We appreciate everything that everyone gives. You can't believe how appreciative we are of that. But if you could just give a little bit more, that's all I'm asking. So now, please join me in our affirmation of abundance. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Everything. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
We generally have a monitor up here where you can see what's going on. Today, for some reason, it's not working. If you believe in astrology at all, this is Mercury retrograde, and today is a perfect example. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So we're doing the best we can, and hopefully everybody's had a good time. Right now, I'd like to invite up Leanne Green with our announcements.
Good morning. Sacred Circles are returning to CSL TV for the summer of 2026. There is a community event where we gather in a practitioner's home or online or in a Zoom room to discuss our personal insights and intentions for making our own big leaps. The circles are 90 minutes once a week and will run for 5 weeks. Circles will be offered either during the daytime or in the evening. They are about conversation, sharing, and connecting with others who share our passions. These circles are gifts from the practitioners to the community. There is no charge, so please sign up on the activities table to indicate your interest and which time zone would work better for you. The circles will run July 26th through August 23rd. The July theme brunch will be on Sunday, July 19th after service in the social hall. To announce more, we will have Monica. So everyone, please welcome Monica, our hostess with the mostest.
Good morning, everybody. And good morning to all our home audience. Always nice to see you online. So, as mentioned, 2 weeks from today is our themed meal for the month. It is summer picnic. We're not doing the barbecue, the hamburgers and hot dogs this time. We're gonna do barbecued roast beef sliders, barbecued jackfruit sliders, and I'm gonna barbecue chicken and have that would be cold barbecued chicken at that point. But I've got sign-up sheets in the community room for side dishes and desserts and et cetera. So we would welcome any help we have. We look forward to it. I enjoy seeing everybody there and enjoying themselves. One change in the schedule is that we are, at least for the summer, see how it goes, we are going to go on hiatus with the potlucks, the first Sunday of every month, okay? So we won't be having a potluck. We'll continue with the theme meal every month. And on the regular Sundays, we'll just continue with fruit and baked goods, right? So any help with that is appreciated also. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all in the community room today for the final potluck. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Monica. CSL TV is proud to make you aware of an upcoming beautiful webinar. Have you ever wanted to learn more about California Indians who inhabit our local area? Our very own Jackie Cope will be hosting a free webinar on July 16th at 3 p.m. with local tribe member Alicia Benali. You can visit www.crowcanyon.org to learn more about their free webinars. To register for the webinar, go to the URL and scroll to the bottom of the flyer. On Saturday, July 11th, the CSL TV hiking group, led by Amberly Solmere, will be having a summer potluck at the Live Oak County Park in Fallbrook. Please see the activities table for all the details. Is Amberly here today? Okay, come on up, Amberly. Welcome, Amberly. She leads the amazing hiking group every month. She has the most beautiful emails she sends out, and I know it's really awesome. Here you go.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Hi, online. I'm Amberly, if anybody doesn't know me, and yes, I do lead the Soul Treks hikes. I've been doing that since April of 2023 as a ministry. It's totally free, you know, it's just something where we get together and do ceremony out in nature and remember how connected we are with our we learn about plant life, we learn about native plants, but we also learn about the indigenous area that we're a part of here in Southern California, because we do a lot of trekking down here. We don't really go super far, but we try and really find the areas around here that are local and indigenous and like learn about them, you know, some hidden areas that are really awesome. We went to Torrey Pines last month. We went to the back reserves area, which was pretty awesome. I think it would have been a little bit more awesome to be on the coast side. Maybe we'll do that again. This month, though, we're not going to do like an actual hike, which we usually do at the end of the month. It's usually the third Saturday of the month. I don't know why it feels so nerve-wracking when you're up here and everybody's watching you. It's like so weird. It's like all of a sudden like, and this. Anyway, it's like so odd. Recalcitrant emotions, speaking of two emotions at the same time. No, but so this month, though, we are going to do the 11th of July, which is like this next weekend, to go to Live Oaks County Park, which is in Fallbrook. It's not too far away. So the idea of the quarterly potlucks, though, for our Soul Treks is just to kind of gather together somewhere, either in someone's home, a part of the community, or going to like a botanical garden, going to a park. In this case, we're going to go to the county park, and it's beautiful. It's like with live oaks that are super large and running water and lots of shade, and there's like a whole amphitheater area, and I'm inviting people, if they want to bring like some instruments so that we can do a little bit of sound healing at the end, a little ceremony, but just like gathering. And speaking of a potluck, we're actually going to do the potluck, because that's like the idea, is just to bring a dish and get together and break bread and learn a little bit more about each other off the trail. But there is a really cool botanical garden trail if you did want to go as an option. But from 10 to 2, we're trying to get out there because we don't want to like necessarily be out 2 to 6 or something like that, because it's going to be really hot. But I figure 10 to 2 under the oaks might not be so bad. And then we just bring lots of water, different drinks, different food, and our smiles and our lovely hearts and community. And I hope that we can all do that together this time. So thank you.
Thank you, Amberly. The Divine Wholeness Group is offering their Healing Sunday event on July 26th. You do not want to miss this opportunity to engage in healing practices with wonderful practitioners. They offer healing touch, Reiki, light massage, card readings, and more. Please see the sign-up sheet on the activities table to hold your spot today. If you are a healer and would like to offer your services, please contact Jackie Cope. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, two additional things. I failed to welcome our online viewers on Facebook Live and YouTube. And I also like to report that Sandy, one of the practitioners, has set up a table in the social hall where she's brought in items for you to purchase if you so desire. It's strictly voluntary. Anything you want, you can leave a donation, and Sandy will she's going to donate it to the building fund. Okay, Sandy got it in. Okay, now, Neil, would you want to come up? That's it for me.
Still a good excuse. It's all good. All right, so invite any practitioners as we close out our sacred moment this morning. Invite any practitioners, practitioner interns, ministers, members of the board, either to join me up on stage for prayer or just stand right where you are. As we close out our Sunday gathering this morning, these are the members of the God Squad up here, whose calling and commitment is to hold our community and each one of you in sacred wholeness. So if you have lost your glasses and you need someone to help you find your spiritual vision, I encourage you to go join them in the chairs out in the hallway, even if it's just a little prayer to lift you up this week and help you see the truth. And so we go into that sacred stillness where we know that there is only one life, one infinite, creative intelligence that is whole, complete, and perfect. There is only one power, one principle, one presence. That one which I call God, simply because it is the biggest word that I know. It is everything I see and everything I do not see, everything that is known and everything that is not known. It is living, moving, and having its being in this one. And I know that each one of us is living in this one. We are in the whole. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. That one life is living our life. That one creative intelligence is our creative intelligence. That same wholeness is our wholeness. Even when we can't see it, we stand in the truth and declare, I am whole, complete, and perfect. I accept every part of me, but I let love lead. I let Spirit have its say. And so anywhere this morning where I feel where there might be some disconnect, some discomfort, some appearance that looks less than whole, I know that God is there too. I speak this word for myself and each person within the sound of my voice, knowing that whatever the condition, whatever the cloudiness that is going on in your life, I know that life, that light, that love is there too, even when you can't see it. That is the spiritual truth that I stand on, and I know that this community stands with you in that wholeness. And so I declare this to be true, and in great gratitude, I simply accept it, whole, complete, and perfect as it is. And so it is. Thank you for joining us this morning. I invite you to stand as we end with our closing song. As we end our gathering this morning in peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace that was meant to be, with God as our power. Love we. Let us not with each other in perfect harmony. Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace, the peace that we live. To take each moment, live each moment in perfect and let it begin with me.
Thank you for joining us, and see you over in the social hall.